Hello everyone. Welcome to Out of Ore and my European vacation. I was on a bit of a vacation from the game for a little bit, but I'm back. And I did a little bit of digging while I was in between episodes. I wanted to try and clear out as much of this ore patch as I could, and turns out this ore patch is very, very large. I this is a lot. And I have gotten into solid rock now, which is also helping with the things that I am digging. But this is a ton of material. All of this is ore from here to here. Iron ore. As well, I discovered on this side of things, like this is rock, this is solid rock. Which I will need to do some blasting to get through. But I also discovered that at the edge of this is copper ore, which means that we can actually get copper ore and iron ore from this. So we'll have lots of materials. But what I wanted to do at the very least is to clear out the entire patch around here, and the easiest way I've actually found was to use this guy here, because it moves a lot of material, and I ended up getting the dozer out to help clear a bit out as well. But as I'm getting into some of these areas, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting less actual ore, and I'm starting to get into the stone layers on this, which, I mean, I wanted to get into the stone layers as well, since it will end up producing a lot more material than just the iron ore and the copper ores. In addition, I started this because I was noticing that a lot, or like, because this is just dirt ceiling, it was dropping, and although I've got some floors down, I really didn't want to have the things constantly dropping, so I thought I'd end up putting some ceiling in this, and what better way to do it than with those guys. So I did a little bit of setup here. I figured since I'm getting tons of iron from this, I might as well use some of the processed iron and start processing some of this. I'm getting some bolts or some nuts and some of this stuff here, and then processing that stuff into steel mesh ceilings, so that way I can use the existing steel that I'm digging up to build those ceiling tiles. It's gonna take a bit to process that, so what I might also do is set up a larger factory for this. There's no really easy way to process things besides doing this manually, so I mean, like, you can't produce these except through this this machine, so the best way to do it to make it faster is just to make more machines. So what I might do is either dig out an area here that I can actually create a set of machines, and process tons of it to or like have more machines running, which should cut down the time frame that it'll take to build this. Or what I might do is dig another layer underneath of this and then use that to either split off here so that I'm processing iron directly into these materials to help build this, but eventually I'm gonna end up needing to have more of these guys, just because this machine is the only thing that can process that, take this stuff and turn it into the steel mesh. But I'm still debating on the best way to do that. So for right now, I'm just gonna end up trying to get as much as I can of this cleared out. And I'm gonna switch the view here that I can, because I'd like to get to a point where I know exactly how big the this ore patch is, because I think that's going to be a good starting point, or at least a good goal at this stage. Oh, and I'm reaching the point where it's not going to be able to dig this up anymore. And the other thing that I was doing since I was digging up with this, I realized that it really doesn't matter what you end up digging with when you're digging underground. It just matters how big of a hole you're going to end up getting out of it. And you can probably tell, so this here is blasted rock here. I don't know if I can actually zoom in on this or not. What happened there? Yeah, see, this is blasted rock because I ended up doing a bit of blasting to because I wasn't able to dig anymore, because the solid stone or the solid rock you can't actually dig with any machines. Oops. Nope. That was close. I almost had some really exciting content there. Honestly, the best views I get on any of the videos is all the stuff that I screw up on, so but yeah, so I have been doing a little bit of blasting so far. Not a lot of it, because I'm just trying to get a gauge on how big this ore patch is. Part of wanting to clear it off is just to actually see how big it is, but the other thing that I was thinking of is I'm not sure where to go next with this, since this ore patch is very large and the amount of materials that I'm getting from it is ridiculous. I am not sure whether I need to do any more, because even with underground mining, it's like I'm already at level 65 at the moment, and I don't know how high I'll end up getting if I start running or start dumping some of the materials that I have processed out of this. And actually, I think I'm kind of worried that I might end up running out of room in the storage containers given the amount of material that I'm moving at the moment. Yeah, that might be a good thing to check at the moment. Yeah, let's do that. What have we got collected so far for materials? So we've got... Oh yeah, and I moved a bunch of this here. So I've got, this is all processed ruby and diamonds that I ended up processing manually. So got a fair amount of gold. All of this gold will end up being from the pay dirt, and probably some of it's going to end up being from working with the blasted rock. Oh wow, yeah, that's a decent amount. So we got a bit of copper coming in because of the that one edge of the ore patch is copper, as well as some of it's going to end up being coming from the blasted rock. As well as lithium and silver, which probably comes from the blasted rock as well. This is a lot. So we got some aluminum coming in from the blasted rock, and a significant amount of steel. And it's still processing this stuff, so I mean that's pretty impressive. I wonder... Let's sell some of this stuff and see what we get. I won't sell all of it. But we'll take a look at this. I mean, we're gonna get a lot more materials as digging continues, but how much do I want to sell of this? Yeah, we'll take the... Oh, actually, I just ran out of room. Okay. Let's sell, ruby, diamonds, gold, copper, get the steel going, silver, and lithium. So we're up to 10 million. That is pretty nice. So that was 7 million, because I think I was at 3 million before. So what else can we do here? We'll just get the rest of the steel here. Steel, 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 steel. And we are at 14 million. That is nice. So lots of options available to us now for purchases. I don't know whether I actually need any vehicles or anything. We're at level 65 at the moment, so a lot of these will be unlocked already. We have to get to level 70 to be able to upgrade these guys. I think all the loaders... All the rock trucks we've already unlocked, and all the loaders we've unlocked. Paving... Oh, we've got all of the bucket wheels unlocked, and we've got 2 of the mass excavators. So graders... Looks like all of this stuff's unlocked. Yeah, so I guess the only things left that need to get that we might end up using later is level 70 will get us these 2 guys here, and then level 70 will get us these guys. So level 70 seems to be our maximum, because that seems to be the end point right now. So I guess we just keep digging until we hit level 70, and then I might start a new series starting off and using the the mass excavators and the baggers to try and use those and see what they can get us. Because I mean, it's only another 5 levels left for this. And can't remember where I started at. I don't know if it was level... I think it was before level 60, so we've gotten at least 5 levels out of this so far. So I mean, from that perspective, it's pretty decent. I might start a new series starting off and using the mass excavators and the baggers to try and use those and see what they can get us. Because I mean, it's only another 5 levels left for this. And can't remember where I started at. I don't know if it was level... I think it was before level 60, so we've gotten at least 5 levels out of this so far. So I mean, from that perspective, it's pretty decent. Is there still ore over here? No, because this is all solid rock. So I don't think I need to go any farther than this. I guess there is some over here. So what's the range on this? Because there's a range on the... Can I see it from here? 8 meters. So each of these blocks is 2 meters. Which means that, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. It won't reach to that. So theoretically, if I do this far apart, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. That should give me an even explosion, right? Or would it be better to have an overlap? Like that? Maybe like that. That definitely is... What's up here? Oh, this is copper ore up here. That's blasted rock. That's copper ore. So that copper ore seems to go from all the way over there and then goes back up over here. So I wonder if... Oh, and there's coal up there. So I wonder if I just need to bring that down. And then I'll just scoop it up with the, What's this? Is this... That's not rock. That doesn't look like blasted rock. I can't see it. It won't let me target that. Oh, I guess it's blasted rock. Weird, but whatever. I don't really need coal, though. I mean, coal the entire plant runs on coal, but I did get a lot of it. Actually, I better check that. You know what? Because I haven't... This has been running for, like, days and days and days, so I haven't actually checked to see if any of that coal... like, whether the coal is still enough or whether it's running out. Because I don't have it automatically going into them, because otherwise it'll just make a big giant mess. Oh yeah, it's getting down there. But I guess what I could do is... 3... Move that over there, kind of even it out. What have I got here? Not a whole lot. I mean, it's not burning a lot of coal. I wish there was a sort function in this to automatically sort it. That way you don't, unless I'm missing it. I don't see any. It'd be nice to sort this so that it ended up sorting it all out. By... It just would please me to see it like that. So I guess, yeah, we're not doing too bad for coal. It doesn't seem to be burning enough that I'm gonna have to start worrying about it. I mean, as much as we've got a decent setup here, this isn't anywhere near the amount of power that my last factory was. So, I mean, I don't think that I'm going to end up needing to worry about it for a little bit. What is this? Is this... Yeah, so this is still solid rock, so if I want to continue that direction... I'm gonna need to blast that to be able to get through that, because I'm gonna try and get this out here and then head towards that area there. Downside of using something this large, though, is that I don't think the bucket I think the bucket holds more than I can blast in. Like, it's basically one blast radius. It will end up filling up the entire bucket, and then I'd have to blast again. Suppose that is the advantage of using the smaller buckets, like the like are in the underground, like the shortened underground mining machines. But it should be fine. We'll be able to dig through that in no time. And I think I'll be able to get to the other ores over there. I think the goal in this series will end up being getting enough money to be able to afford and unlock and afford a one of the mass excavators, and just I might do like the coal country map or something similar, maybe the quarry map, and for open pit mining, and just use the mass excavator to build a really large factory, something that would make the Great White North factory seem small by comparison. Oh, I am running low on fuel. Oh yeah, I forgot that I ended up having it on the hardcore, or at least the harder the harder settings, that it's gonna burn more fuel, but that's alright. We're making enough now that it doesn't really matter. Okay. That is a lot of fuel that's eating up. All good. Now, let's get this. Oh yeah, I think it used almost half this truck. Well, I guess that's good to know. I'm gonna end up, this truck will only end up giving me a couple of refuelings of that, and then I'll end up needing to run and fill it back up again. I mean, I could probably build a refuel spot down here, but I mean, got so many vehicles available to me, I might as well take advantage of having them and figuring and having a setup that makes me, it kind of forces me to use it. Seems more fun that way. And I also saw that there's a beta release out. There's a few YouTubers that I follow for the game that have already started the new map that's available on it. I don't know if I'd want to start the new map on it because there's a lot of maps that I still haven't tried here in the older maps, and I'd like to try those ones out before I end up starting out in a new one. But I don't know. I haven't really decided where the ending point is on this series yet, so I haven't even decided whether it's time to move on from this and start a new series anyways. So I mean, at this point in time, we've basically gotten everything that we can out of it, because and I mean, as much as I've tried out underground mining a little bit, I honestly think that the fact that I found this ore patch basically is like cheat level almost as far as underground mining is concerned, because I'm getting a lot of material on this. So except for maybe some optimizations on some of the factory components, like speeding up the processing or something like that, I don't really think that there's much that I can really do with the factory itself. To make it better. And I mean, I could also split off and do components and like make steel beams and things like that, but the one issue with that is that there's no sorting, like this, it's generic sorting for a lot of the machine components. You can't just sort a specific material, and right now all I'd want in a second or to process down to yay, we're at level 66, only 4 more to go. What was I saying? Yeah, there's not an easy way or any way to say, okay, I just want iron or I just want steel in order to make steel beams. So you basically have to get everything, the output from an entire sorter, which in the case of high temp sorter, that steel would come out. There's also aluminum, and I can't remember what else. I think silicon. I think silicon as well. And lithium, maybe? I don't remember. But yeah, there's more than one ore that comes through the high temp sorter, which means that if I end up setting up to make beams, I'm going to get steel beams, I'm going to get aluminum beams, I'm going to get silicon beams, and then, well, I mean, I don't know what the amount of money that they're worth on that, but I don't think that beams get me more money than the... I mean, I might be wrong. I'd have to look at it, but I don't think... I think the bars get me more money than the beams do. Because I took a look at it once before. I kind of glanced over to kind of get an idea, because some of the processed materials, like you gotta choose between making bars and making other types of materials like beams and sheets of metal, things like that. But I found that it doesn't get you more money in some cases. So even though you're processing something more than a bar would, the actual money that you get from selling is not, it's not as much in some cases. So if you process, say, aluminum into aluminum beams, you may not get as much money from the aluminum beams for the same amount of ore as if you had turned it into aluminum bars. Now, I know bars will get you more money than ores will, because that's one of the things that you can do. Because I mean, technically you don't even have to dig if you don't want to in the game, because if you've got enough money to build a factory, you can actually process all of, like, just buy ore from the shop and then sell it as the ingots. So you could just sit there and process ore into ingots and make money. But I mean, whole point of the game, at least in my opinion, is the digging part. So that to me is not nearly as fun. I mean, if you really get down to it, you can collect up water and oil and turn it into money, which basically you don't have to do any digging whatsoever. You just have to set up a bunch of oil derricks or water pumps and just pump them into a storage container and just let it sit and wait and then sell off what you get. But I mean, again, what's the fun in that versus digging? You get the fun of digging and you get money for it. So I mean, it's all good. I'm gonna go take a look and see if I have some more mesh that I can put up. Looks like this machine's finished, so all the material has already been processed with that. I've got a few nuts here, which is nice. We'll get another batch of those going. Got quite a bit of steel rod going, or prepared at least. I don't know if that motor is supposed to look warped like that or whether it's just a weird rendering thing. I mean, with motor sticking out like that, it's not surprising it would be beat up. Needs a cage over it. Oh, it looks like I didn't sell one of this steel. Oops. Where's my mesh? Here it is. Oh, and we can sell some dirt. So I'll put some more mesh up here. I mean, it's not strictly necessary because at this point, at least in the functionality of the game, stuff dropping down doesn't really do too much. It doesn't do any damage whatsoever, as far as I can tell, and especially if you've got a foundation put down underneath, I don't think it accumulates on top of it. But I might be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong about a lot of things. So it wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong. All right. Getting a fair amount of these steel meshes from the manual process, so it's not that bad. So I guess I'll just put it out there. What other things would you like to be able to... Whoop, that's not good. What other things would you like to be able to see? There's lots of different things that you can do with the game. And there's different maps that I can... There's different maps that I can try. Different types of techniques and everything that I can try as well. I mean, I can keep doing the tunneling setup here if it still was interesting. I was planning on doing another trying to get another shaft. Oh, is it a shaft? No, a shaft is when you're going up and down, right? I don't know whether what the name is for it, if it's lateral or horizontal. But yeah, I might, because I was wanting to do the to dig into that one mountain on the other side of this, so I might still do that as a secondary goal for this. But I think that my ultimate goal for this will be reaching level 70 with the company, and then however much money that ends up getting me by that point in time, hopefully. Actually, oh, how much is one of those things? Mass excavator. Well, we're already at 22,000 at this point, or 22 million, almost 23 million at this. So this, going from this to this, is almost a $10 million, or yeah, almost a $10 million jump from here to here. So if it goes by 10 million, we're looking at 30 and 40 million on this. And if it's like a doubler, then we could be looking at like 60 million at this point. So I'm not sure whether we'll have enough money by then. So yeah, I think that's a decent enough goal, is to work towards getting a the largest mass excavator and being able to afford it. And once that's done, I'm gonna consider this series finished, and however way that I'm able to get to that, we'll see. Just clearing out this material here seems to be quite lucrative. But there's other spots that I can go to. If I read somewhere that in this map, a lot of the coal nodes have more precious metals underneath of it, so that might be something I can try, is take a look at. Oh, I am done. That's not going any further. Well, have I dug out? I think I've dug out to where the other ores are, because what's this here? Oh, this is still iron ore here. And that's copper ore there. What's this? This is solid rock. So this is as far as I'm going on this side. So I just need to keep going here. Where's my floors? Here. There, we'll do that. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Okay. I'll put down this platform because I was starting to dig myself into a hole there. and then we'll see what goes. I think that should be fine there. Everything else I can reach just... Oh, I still had a bucket full. All right. I guess I can take a quick look over to see what we're doing for as far as material is concerned. This is going to take a really long time to process because this... Oh yeah, I'm at 280%-ish. I don't know what the limit is on this, how high I can get that. There's definitely a limit. I might boost the speeds on this a little. Right now I just have the base speed on it, so I might increase the speed on that. Because I think this... I think I have max speed power units on this. Yeah, see, we're at 300 meters per second, and that's 60, so... Yeah, or was it 30? That'd be even worse. Yeah, this is only 30, so I've got a 10 times on the main factory part, and I only have a 1 times on the other, so I mean, yeah, because this here is the only thing that's powering it. Just because it was easier to do it that way. I might switch this out with a merger or something and put a 10 times on it so that I'm processing a lot more material. But we'll see on that. Yeah, see, this is keeping up just fine with it because everything that's coming in is going out. What are we at? There should have been some coal that came through. It's still coming through. It will take a while before the coal comes through. But at least from that, just at the 30 times speed, or the 30 meters per second, what's that at? Yeah, see, it's still processing quite a lot, even with that. It would definitely be a lot better if I ended up doing something different. Yeah, we'll get all the gold too. Let's see what we'll sell off that stuff there. We're at 17 million now, almost 18. That's nice. So we've almost got enough right now to be able to get the highest level mass excavator that we can afford right now, or that we've got unlocked. So we're getting there. It'll take some time, but I think it'll be fine. I'll have to look into upgrading this somehow because we've got way more material than is going through this. So if I can boost this, I should be able to increase the speed at which this is processing stuff. So we should be able to get a lot more material processed and sold by that. I'll also look into increasing the amount of machines so that I can get more mesh up, because I think I've reached the limit of where I need to go here. It's just this direction here that I need to check, and this direction here to see what how wide this ore patch is, and then we can start digging farther down. I kind of started into it here, but I was finding that this ramp, trying to get this ramp up and down this ramp is brutal. So I'm gonna have to set up something that I can get a good run at this to be able to go up and down this ramp, because honestly, otherwise it's just agonizing. I might just do another ramp somewhere else, so maybe I don't know. Thinking maybe over here and then going down that way, but if I end up opening up this and then making it a ramp down that I can get up and down, I'd want to move this over to there, or at least do a duplication of that over there. Tough call. I'm not sure which way to go. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave comments. But that'll be it for me for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the content for the channel, or if you just feel like supporting me as a creator. As mediocre as my gameplay might be. If you feel like supporting me even further, I do have a link to Patreon down in the description of the video and on my channel. But that'll be it for me for today. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.